Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're making a musk accord, a Tonkin musk replacer, if you will. And I found this on Fragrance Drama, the Instagram page. If you're not familiar with Fragrance Drama, check it out. It's a fantastic resource. This particular accord was created by the perfumer Michael Nordstrand. And I've not put this together, but just looking at the materials, I'm guessing this is going to be fun. It has a good assortment of musks, white musks, but also some animalic musks, and then some other interesting stuff. A couple interesting pieces that we'll chat about. But I thought this would be a great time to put together a good musk accord that is more animalic. And Michael Nordstrand has a great reputation, so I'm excited to put this together. So let's get this started. What I'm going to make today is about 9 grams. This should fill this bottle, this 10 milliliter bottle. It should be absolutely full, so I have to be careful with my dosage. I've already put in my triethyl citrate. There are 300 parts triethyl citrate in this formula. I've already put it in, and I've already put in some Perfumer's alcohol because what I'm doing today is going to be at a 10% dilution. Like a lot of the things on the Wall of Glory, everything there, virtually everything there, is pre-diluted to 10%. And if I'm going to put this musk accord on the Wall of Glory, I'll put it at 10% like everything else. So we have our triethyl citrate and a little bit of Perfumer's alcohol already in here. Let's get started with Romandalide. And we're going to go from, we're going to add these by weight, not by style or fragrance family. Most of these are musks, but we're going to do this by weight. So if we start, and I hope I have enough here. No, of course I don't have enough. Okay. I've got a big bottle of Romandalide here. I'll make a dilution a little bit later. We're just going to add this neat and make a dilution on the fly. Now, if you don't have Romandalide, you can probably use galaxolide. The fragrance profile is very similar. Very, very similar, if not virtually the same. And I think the main difference is Romandalide is biodegradable. Okay, we've got our neat Romandalide. Let's add some ethanol, because for this particular batch, we need 3.6 grams of Romandalide at 10%. And Romandalide is fantastic, just like galaxolide. It's agreeable, it's warm, it's somewhat neutral, you could say. It's just a pleasant smell, and it's a great base material to build on top of. I think Mr. Nordstrand puts it well in the notes of Fragrance Drama. He writes, Romandalide, which is extremely easy, comfortable, and understandable, forming a nice canvas for the broader accord. And yeah, you can't disagree with that. So next up, we've got exalttolide. 100 parts per 1,000 of exalttolide. Or, yeah, an exalttolide. Oh, yep, exalttolide. I got mixed up because there's equal parts muscinone delta and exalttolide. But for this batch, I need 0.9 grams. Exalttolide is nice, warm, a touch animalic, delicate. It's harder to smell for me than, say, galaxolide or ethylene brassylate. But Very good stuff. So next up, let's do our muscinone delta. Muscinone delta is even more animalic than exalttolide. Definitely more present in your nose as you smell it. And I am already concerned. I am already almost to the top of this bottle. Yeah, I'm almost to the top, and we still have 7 materials to go. But there's not much. We've already put in most of the accord. Interestingly, most of this is Romandalide, triethyl citrate, muscinone delta, and exalttolide. And then from here on out, we have some strong materials, but from here on out, we just have less and less to add. So next, let's do our ethylene brassylate. Ethylene brassylate, a quote-unquote workhorse material. It's one of those musks that typically you can smell. Meaning it doesn't get hidden. It doesn't get hidden behind everything, or it provides a good base. If you use something like exalttolide, to me, it's more of an enhancement to the fragrance. When you use something like ethylene brassylate and galaxolide, it forms the core of the fragrance. It provides body that is there, not just a little fluff around the edges or a little personality. It's there. Next, paracresyl fennel acetate. Now this is lovely. Animalic, a little leathery, a little barnyardy, almost a little floral, like funky, dirty, narcotic floral. Yeah. Smells, I'm getting barnyard right now, like horse. 0.153 grams at 10% for this particular batch. If you're paying attention to what I'm saying as far as what's in the batch, I'd kind of disregard. I would use the formula that I post in the notes, in the episode notes. Just use that formula and adjust for the size that you need. And remember, we're working in grams, not in milliliters. We're working in weight, not volume. Next, helvetylide. By the way, what I love about the addition of the paracresyl phenyl acetate is it adds in a dirtiness that certainly exists in real deer musk. All right, helvetylide. 0.135 grams at 10%. This musk is a little bit brighter to my nose, a little bit fruitier. By fruitier, I don't mean like a plum, rich, deep fruit. It's more of a bright, kind of a bright fruit. But I'd say fruit is just an aspect of it. It's still a musk. But at the edge, it's a little bit more, again, green, fruity, leathery. Next, one that I'm excited about, Angelica Root. Whew, this is a little terpenic, a little sour. Just reminds me of pickle juice, a piney, woody pickle juice right out of here. And what I love about this is it's almost like it's going to add a little Uranus, a pea, a pissy quality to the accord, which again is very necessary to an authentic animalic accord. We got 0.09 grams at 10%. Whew. Yeah. Okay, keep on keeping on. Musk Ketone. The only nitro musk that is not banned, I believe. I think it's a nitro musk. And this is strong, but interestingly, I could not smell this when I first started in perfumery. Maybe it was because of the dilution. Maybe it was because I tried diluting this in all sorts of things and couldn't figure it out. But after a while, I finally started picking up Musk Ketone. And now that I can smell it, I can't unsmell it. This stuff is super heavy also. I think I have this in benzyl benzoate, actually. Let's see. Musk Ketone. Yeah, I had this diluted in benzyl benzoate, and it dilutes to a 10%. It dissolves at a 10% dilution just fine. But I think I had issues dissolving Musk Ketone in ethanol, which is why I switched. But this fatty, animalic, it's almost a little greasy. Again, I think this is just going to add some nice nuance to the Accord. Next up, vanillin. And this is vanillin at 1%. A little sweetness. A little sweetness. Still 0.09 grams. Just slightly different dilution. This just adds a little literal sweetness, a little bottom sweetness to that animalic note. And then finally, Musone Leavo. If you don't have Musone Leavo, just use Muscone. I think Musone Leavo is stronger than, what is it, the dextro version, the quote-unquote normal version. But we've got Musone Leavo here. Another delicate animalic note, a lot like muscinone, but maybe a little less in the wet fur vibe. A little softer. You know, if you don't have Musk Ketone, that's hard. It's hard to replace because it's such a unique smell. Maybe some Velvione, because that's got a nitro musk skin-like feel to it. You could use some tonalide, but I think you're drifting even further away from the smell. But you might get closest if you use those to replace Musk Ketone. All right, let's give it a shake. And let's evaluate. And what I'm wondering here is if, because this is recently blended, the molecules haven't really balanced with each other and internally blended and kind of morphed and fused, you could say. There's something really magical about the maturation process where the molecules just blend and you can have a harder time picking them out individually. When it's brand new like this, it's a little easier to place each molecule in your mind. For some reason, paracresyl phenyl acetate is going to sit apart from the Angelica Root, which is going to sit apart from the ethylene brassylate and the vanillin, and everything's just kind of separate, and it's easier to place. So we're going to see how this goes. Okay, that is dirty. It is absolutely dirty. I love it. I absolutely love it. You can smell the effect of the Angelica Root and the paracresyl phenyl acetate is really adding a dirty animalic quality to what are otherwise very nice musk notes. If we had all of this and we had just removed Angelica and paracresyl phenyl acetate, we would have a beautiful, warm, essentially white musk accord. I know we'd have muscinone delta and muscinone, which adds an animalic facet to it. But to me, at these levels, to me, it would just be a nice, warm, very warm, but clean musk. Relatively clean musk. But you add in these two materials, paracresyl phenyl acetate and the Angelica Root, it's a little bit sour, it's a little off, and it's animalic. This is a great accord. This is a great accord. I'd say if you have these materials, but you don't have one of the deer musk replacers like Tonkatone, Shangri-Lide, Oranone, Aura Touch, Muscarome J5, nearly deer. There are a lot of deer musk replacers, and they're typically not used in large quantities because, well, you get it for that warm, musky, animalic note. And I think this is a adequate replacer. Adequate replacer at the levels at which you usually use deer musk, a deer musk replacer. Fantastic. Fantastic job, Mr. Nordstrand. Thank you for sharing with the perfumery community. To everyone joining, thanks for joining. Whip this up. Let the class know what you thought. And I'll see you soon.